Hello guys, welcome to Coding Essentials. Today's topic is control statements in Python. So if else, if you want to give condition, then you write if else statement. For example, we say that if you are 18 plus, then you can watch the movie, else go away. So basically, they are one and the same. If you want to convert that statement into a code, then how will you do that? Let me show you how. Okay, also I will show you the indentation you need to remember while writing if else statement. So the first line would be if you are 18 plus. To convert that, we'll make an age variable and input it from the user, that input your age. Okay, so if your age is greater than 18, then colon print you can watch the movie. Okay, remember to give a colon after the condition and space between the if and the condition. In the next line, do not forget to give an indentation after the if statement, either single tab, double tab, space bar, two space bar, your call, but keep it uniform all over your entire code. Okay, moving on to else. So if you are 18 plus, then you can watch the movie. Else go away. So there is no condition in else. So else colon then print go away. So in else you have to give a colon and there are no condition in else statement. Okay, remember that. No conditions in else statement. If is false, then it will give the control to else. And here also do not forget to give a tab or a space or an indentation that you choose after the else. So all the statements below else you should not forget to give an indentation, otherwise it would not act as the code of else. Okay, let me show you in the shell. We'll write first age equals int input. So it will ask for the age of user. So I guess my age is 19, and then we'll write if space age is greater than 18 colon enter. There's a tab, as you can see here is a tab, then print you can watch the movie, enter backspace, else enter print. There's again the indentation in the line of print go away, enter and enter. So as my age is greater than 18, I can watch the movie. So this was the code for if and else. Okay, moving on to elif. If there are multiple conditions, that is more than two, after if and before else we use elif in Python. Basically it will say, okay, if not the first condition, then check me. So if the condition for if is wrong or it's false, then it will go give the control to elif. And if it is wrong, then at last the control will go to the else. Okay, here's another example. If the age is greater than 18, then print adult. Elif, if the age is greater than 12 and less than 18, less than or equal to 18, print teen, and else print kid. Okay, let me show you. The age variable is set to 19, so I will say if age is greater than 18, print adult. Okay, let's see if we write else here. Okay, it won't check it. Print, okay, not else, elif, elif age greater than 12 and age less than or equal to 18, print teen, then else print kid. So this is our code and we press enter and the answer is adult because my age is 19. Okay, this was example for elif. Moving on to past statement. If statements cannot be empty, so if statements cannot be empty, but if you for some reason have an if statement with no content, put in the past statement to avoid getting an error. For example, this is our code like x equals 4, y equals 5, x is less than 5. Yes, it's true. So if condition, that's empty, nothing, no print, nothing. So it will show an error. But if we write the pass statement over there, then it won't show an error. For example, if x less than y, pass, enter, enter. It won't show an error. Let's try without pass statement. It won't let you enter. It will go infinite times and pass. Okay, now it's gone. So in the script mode, if you don't write anything, then it will show an error. But in this shell mode, it won't let you enter before you write any code. So write pass if you want. Moving on to example. Okay, this is an example to check whether the inputted number is even or odd. So let's go to script mode, save it, xyz, enter, replace. Okay, this is the script mode. N equal int of input, then if n modulus 2 equal 0, print even. So if it is divisible by 2, then it's even, else print odd. If not, it's odd. Save it and run it in the shell. Okay, we write 3. Yeah, 3 is odd. If you want to run it again and check an even number, then run and 4. It's even. So this was a short example for even and odd for using if else. Moving on to greatest number of 3. So this is a code for to find the greatest number of the 3 numbers inputted. Okay, so we will take static values. A equals 3, B equals 4, C equals 9. Okay, let's keep this as 5. Okay, now if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then print A. Elif B is greater than A and B is greater than C, print B. Else print C. Save and run. The answer is 9. Yes, 9 is the largest number over here. If we change the values to run, Okay, the answer would change to 5. Yes, 5 is the largest value. Okay, moving on to nested if. Nested means if statement inside an if statement. For example, we will take a leap year program. There are three conditions to check for if the year is a leap year or not. First, if it's divisible by 4, then you need to check whether or not it's divisible by 100. So if it's divisible by 4 and it is not divisible by 100, then you need to check for 400. If it is divisible by 4, not divisible by 100, but divisible by 400, it is a leap year. So basically, inside first if, we will write year modulus 4 equal 0. Then that number, if the year inputted is divisible by sorry 100 also, then we will check year modulus 100 equal 0. Then again we will check if the year is 400. So basically we need to check first if the number is divisible by 4. Then if it's divisible by 100, then it's not a leap year. But if it is divisible by 100 and by 400, then it is a leap year. So let me show you in the script. Here we'll keep y equals int input, then if y modulus 4 equal 0, if y modulus 100 equal 0, if y modulus 400 equal 0, print leap year, else print not a leap year, else. So remember to give else under the corresponding if only. Print leap year, else print not a leap year. Save and F5. Enter the year. So we will write 2000. It is a leap year. Check one more. 1999. Not a leap year. Yes, both the answers are correct. So this was a small program to make you understand the concept of nested if. Moving on to for loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence. A sequence is list, set, string, tuple or dictionary. You can give n statements inside a for loop and it will run them for all the elements inside the sequence. Remember, the syntax of for loop is for space I space in space iterable or sequence. Here I is the dummy variable which won't exist outside the loop, and given don't forget to give an indentation after the for the end statements. So indentation print I, it will print all the elements present inside the list. Okay, moving on to range. This is a important concept. Range is a method that will create a continuous sequence of numbers. It is most used in for loops like for I in range of 0 to 5. Here also 5 is not included. So remember this, the outer limit is never included. So the numbers printed would be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you want to start from 0, then you can just write range of 6 because default starting value is 0. Okay, let me show you. For I in range of 6, print I. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how you can print a range. Okay, so this was all about range method. Moving on to accessing elements of sequences. So in the syntax I mentioned the list, and it will print all the elements present inside the list. So here it is. I will show you how to access all the elements. So first, starting with list, tuple, set and string. You can access you can also access all the elements using for loop. There are many methods to access different types of uh, iterables in different videos. Now we will see that how to access all the elements of all types of iterables using for loop. So the common will be list, tuple, set and string, and different would be dictionary because of its key and value pair. So let's start with list. We'll define a list equals 1, 2, 3, 5 for item in L, print item. Enter, enter. So it will print all the elements inside the list. Then comes set. For S in, okay, sorry, we cannot use the same variable. I in S, print I. It will print all the elements in set. Next comes tuple. For I in T, print I. Next comes string. String equals coding. For char in string, print char. Yeah, coding. So this was the okay, sorry. These were the four iterables: list, tuple, set and string. Now coming to dictionary. So for dictionary you need to write dictionary of key. So you need to first access the elements, then you can print all the elements. Okay, I will show you. D equals dict of name is equals to mark, age is equal to 21, comma, year is equals to 1999. Okay, for key in D. So basically for loop will access the keys inside the dictionary D and not directly the values. So we need to print the values and not the keys. So print D of key. Enter, enter. So it will print the values mark 21, 1999. Okay, so this was all about accessing elements of sequences. Moving on to break statement. If you want to access specified amount of elements, then we use break statement. Let me show you how. So x equals 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5. For item in x, if item equal 3, then we break, and otherwise print item. So if we want to print the values till 3 excluding 3, or till 2 including 2, so only 1 and 2, then we use the break statement. Let me show you how. So x equals 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5. For I in x, if I equal 3, then we break, otherwise we print I. Enter. So it's 1 and 2. Yes, that's what we wanted to print. So this is the use of break statement. Okay, so moving on to continue statement. It is used to skip an iteration and go to the next one. So basically, if you don't want to print a specific element, then you can use it. For example, we'll take a set of 4.5, 2.5 and 3.5. We don't want to print 2.5. So I'll show you how we can do that. X equals set of 4.5, 2.5, 3.5. For I in x, if x equal 2.5, then we'll continue. So skip an iteration and won't print any value, otherwise we'll print I. Enter. Okay, sorry, there's a mistake here. If for I in x, if I equal 2.5, then continue, otherwise print I. Yes, now it's working. So 2.5 won't be printed, 3.5 and 4.5 are printed. And as you can see, it will also prove the unorderedness of set. We have defined in some other way, and it's printing it in other way. Okay, so moving on to nested loops. A nested loop is a loop inside a loop. The inner loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop. For example, if we write for I in x and for j in y, x consists of 1, 2, 3 and y consists of 4, 5, 6. So for every iteration of x, so for each element of x, y will print all elements of it. Let me show you. X equal 1, 2, 3, y equal 4, 5, 6. For I in x, for j, remember to give different dummy variables, print I comma j. So for every uh, every iteration or every element of x, the inner loop will print its all values. So 1 4 1 5 1 6, then 2 4 2 5 2 6, then 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, so this was the concept of nested loop with an example. Moving on to while loop. While loop will execute the function until the code given to it stays true. So we need to give a condition to a while loop, and until the condition is true, the statement inside the while loop will keep on executing. Once the condition is false, it will terminate the loop. For example, uh, we'll take this example to understand the concept of while loop. So let me show you. Let's first declare the variable I equals 6. Now while I greater than 0, we'll print hello. Then we will decrement the value by 1. Don't forget to decrement or increment as per your condition, because if you won't decrement or increment, then it will go in a infinite loop. Enter. So 6 time it will print hello. Okay, now I'll show you the infinite loop one. I equals 6 while I greater than 0, print. So this is an entire loop. It won't stop. We need to close the shell down. Okay. So this was all the control statements and all the knowledge of control statements in Python. I hope you liked the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.